Steve, where you start? Wayne, what are your emotions right now?
Quite strange. I thought we started the game really well. We were a bit unfortunate to go in 2 goals down. Silly penalty we give away. I asked the players to carry on doing the same thing. Believe we can get to knock the game, and then second half was not acceptable. It's as simple as that, I think. We lost every second ball. We had players not wanting to take the ball, giving the ball away cheaply. It was completely unrecognisable from a team which I manage. I wanted to see. I felt for some of the players I put in the pitch. It's not easy to put players in when the performance is like that. But it hurt. Disappointed, frustrated, and embarrassed by the second half performance. So it hurt. I hope it hurts them players in them, because I don't ever want to see that again.
Why, not that this was all his fault by any means, but why did you decide to go back to Romo and not stick with the Charles?
Yeah, it was something we spoke about before the LA game. I think I wanted to get David the game, and we felt being on the road, the LA game was the right game to do it. Rafa had done really well. Tonight, of course, wasn't his best game. I'm sure he knows that. But yeah, so that was the plan before the LA game, which we spoke with the goalkeepers about anyway. So, but yeah, I think not just Rafa. Tonight there was so much. Every player in that second half was a stranger to what I've seen in training, what I've seen in previous games. And you can lose games of football. That can happen. But there's a manner in how that happens, which the basics of running. We spend a lot of time in getting the team organised, and that second half was. I didn't recognise my players.
Sarah, go ahead.
Wayne, thanks for speaking with us. I wanted to ask, were there any particular moments or performances from players during the match that were reflective of the training you've been doing, what you've been putting into place, and are positive and can you build on?
I thought the best performance was the referee. No, I did. I really did. I thought I'm quick enough to have a go at referees, which I made that point after the last game, but I thought the referee was excellent tonight. He got all the big calls spot on, so I think his performance was very good. In terms of the players, the only player out of our team who I purposely, once the game was over and I knew the game, you're never getting back into the game, I purposely stayed quiet on the side. I wanted to see which players were going to take responsibility and show some leadership. And the only one was Chris Declan. He kept running, he kept trying to pull players into position. He was the only one who kept trying to do the right things and trying to organise the team and players and kept working. Other than that, I think he was the only player who really can hold his head high, and that's not through being great, passing or in terms of scoring a great goal. It's just from continuing to try and do the right things and keep working.
Pablo?
Well, I just wanted to ask you more generally. You've been here obviously for over a month, whatever it is. When you look at sort of the task ahead of you, are things a little bit, is this a sort of a steeper hill to climb than you imagined before you arrived?
No, I think I knew the difficulties we'd have and where the season was. Of course, I knew that, and I think we felt if I could come in and get a run of form, there's a possibility of making playoffs. I think that's gone. You have to be realistic on that. And the important thing is to build a squad who can compete. Of course, we need more players. I know that. I think the owners know that. So I think we have to keep trying to build. I have to keep trying to push these players from now to the end of the season to make sure we improve. And then I have to push the owners in January to get players in who can compete in this league, and so that's where we're at. But of course, there's no relegation. It's different to England. I know that, but then players won't. There's no way I'll allow them to take the foot off the pedal. From now to the end of the season, we have to compete in every game, and tonight is, as I said before, I've never felt that as a player or a coach. What happened tonight, so I don't want to feel that again.
Yeah, early on you indicated we needed more tempo, we needed more up-tempo. It was very obvious in the second half especially that Philadelphia had really rapid tempo. They were offering each other options constantly, very rapidly. Whereas you were the old DC United, a little too slow to capitalize. How are you going to address that?
Well, I addressed it at half-time, and if we play with a good tempo, we get players in the right positions, we cause teams problems. If we don't and we're slow and players are taking too many touches and the speed of the ball isn't quick enough, then it becomes a bit predictable. So that's obviously something which I'm trying to change, and we've done it in games for periods of the game, but we need to do that for the full 90 minutes. Like for instance, they thought for 25 minutes, we caused Philadelphia a lot of problems, both in how we used the ball, but also in how we pressed. And then maybe a lack of confidence once the third goal goes in from the players, and players make mistakes and then hiding from that. So yeah, I think it's something for us all to learn from this game, and then players I know tomorrow they've got to meet the fans day, which it's not good when after this game. So, but they have to go and they have to take responsibility as well as myself, of course. Take responsibility for this result, and we have to move on from it.
He's only one player, but are you hopeful Benteke will finally be available?
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah, we're hopeful we'll have him in early to mid next week. So he should be available for the next game.
That's what
Wayne, thanks for speaking with us tonight. I have two quick questions. So first of all, Guardiola he likes to use center mids as center backs to build up from the back. Is that kind of like your intention with playing Paulson in the back? I know he's replacing Birnbaum, but is your intention to play him there moving forward? And is that your idea, so building from the back and playing that vertical ball to the target? And then the second question would be, is there any intentions of bringing somebody before the roster freeze date on September 2nd?
Well, we're always looking, and we're always trying to look to see what players are available. So if anything comes up which fits us and is right, then of course we'll look at it. And with Victor, no, my intention is to play him in midfield. Obviously with Steve being suspended, I felt it was the right call to play him. Of course, you can look back after the game and say this is how the game went, but I felt it was the right call to play him at centre back. I've spoke with Donovan as well. Of course, he's got great attributes, but yeah, I think he still needs to develop with confidence, with in possession, and learn how to be a bit calmer. I've been open with him on that, so we'll keep working with him and trying to develop him that side of his game. So yeah, thankfully we'll have. I think today it shows how important Steve is to the team.
Thanks, man.
Cheers. Thanks. Thank you.